The other thing that's playing a part in particularly the increase in the trade surplus is that China's own economic cycle has been very weak. So another thing that pretty much everybody knows about China today is that the property market and property market activity has collapsed over the course of the last 5 years or so. Obviously, that means that the economy is growing less strongly than it was, and it means that domestic demand is also weaker than it was. So there are, like from both the export side, but also from the import side, there are reasons to think that the trade surplus would be rising. However, there are a couple of other things that really stand out about China here. So one is, if you think about the export structure and this move up the value-added chain, right, one thing to be remembering is this shouldn't be unexpected. That there are some particular reasons in China why it's happening, and again, industrial policy being one of those key things. But if you go back and look at the experience of Japan, Korea, or Taiwan, and these are, like, China is going to be different in terms of the way it develops in some respects. But the thing that stands out about these other economies in East Asia is that they were all exporting economies, and they're some of the few economies in the world that have made the transition from being poor economies to being rich economies over the course of the last generation or so. So they are relevant to thinking about China today. And if you think about these economies, they all made this transition, that over the course of time, they moved away from making low-value manufactured goods to making capital-intensive goods. That's what's happening in China today. Therefore, that shouldn't be a surprise.